All right, so given the amount of detail on this garland, it's a little bit more complicated to fluff than a regular garland, and they've been packed really tightly in order to get here. And so I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial on how to make this look its absolute best, because you can see it's looking a little bit less than ideal. So one of the really quick tricks that I want to show you is sometimes when you have dark berries, these are made with styrofoam, and as you're pulling it out, sometimes you can get these things splitting apart or losing one so that you get a piece of white styrofoam showing. So a really quick idea on how to fix that if you've pulled too hard is just grab a little magic marker and dot that right in there, and that will disappear right away. So that you can use for as you're pulling apart. If it's pulling a little too much, sometimes that can happen. So what we want to do is, these are all almost like little bouquets tied together. You can see that they kind of make their way down. And so all we're going to do, and you can see I've started here, is we're just going to straighten it, you know, and just lift it a little bit so that it's sitting at its very best. So here you can see we have two pieces. So we want the larger pieces to the back, and we just move them gently like that. And then we want these leaves to come out. Now, these leaves will straighten over time, but you can also add, if you have a steamer, add a little bit of steam, and that will straighten them out a little bit faster if you're quite impatient. So, but you can try that as well. And so all I'm doing is taking, you want to move larger pieces to the back and smaller pieces to the front. And these actually, you can twist them so that you get the absolute best look. And these berries want to sit nicely in the front. And then you move on to the next. We love the pine cones standing up here like this. So we're just going to take this little bouquet, and we want to pull the smaller pieces to the front and just give them a little twist for the most part, and that will straighten them right out. And this starts to really look beautiful and lush. And so you just gently pull these longer pieces in the back and the smaller pieces in the front. And you can see how much better that looks really quickly. So it does not take all that long. So, and a little bit of attention in setting these up makes it look the difference between wonderful and amazing. And here we have the garland fluffed up and looking beautiful. So don't be afraid to pull up the pieces. You don't want it laying flat. And these are all wired in there. So they are designed to stand up, and it looks beautiful. Don't worry if you end up with a little bit of tiny berries on the, after you're finished messing around with it. There are so many on here that they inevitably will do a little bit of shedding. So, but you have lots left, so that's not a problem. And you can see a little bit of attention gets you some huge rewards.